Hi there, folks. Welcome to Sonia's Real Estate Connection. It is August 18th, 2018. And wow, I can't believe this month is almost over. Summer's almost over. Wow, time flies when you're having, right? It is a pleasure and honor to be here with you today and to serve in this capacity on behalf of Midwest Executive Realty and Property Management Services. I want to thank you for taking the time to tune in to today's show. And once again, I'm your lovely hostess, Sonia Mays, real estate broker and owner at Midwest Executive Realty at Park Place in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Our office is located in the 53224 zip code area. We're just east of Highway 145 and west of 107th and Good Hope Road corridor on the northwest side of Milwaukee, representing northwest side in Milwaukee, bordering just minutes away from Menominee Falls and Germantown. So we kind of have the best of both worlds, or the best of all worlds, in the mix of it all. And always happy to serve our wonderful audience, clients, and customers. Today we're asking the question: is it a seller's market? What do you think? Is it a seller's market? Well, I think some of you may already know the answer, but before we answer that question, let's first take a peek at the local market reports and market data for the Metro MLS July 2019 reports, which covers the 4-county Milwaukee metropolitan area, including the counties of Milwaukee, Ozaukee, Washington, and Waukesha counties in southeastern Wisconsin. According to the report for the month of July 2019, we had 2,410 new listings. That was up 2.9%. In terms of closings, there were 2,081 reported sales in July, and that was up 2.3%. For marketing time, the properties stayed on the market about 28 days on average. That was down by 6.7%. So that means properties are staying on the market for less time. We got shorter marketing times, average of 28 days. And we've actually been seeing properties with multiple offers within days of listing or coming on the market. I'm working with a lot of buyers, and we'll schedule our showings and for viewing the property on day 1 or day 2, day 3 of the listing, and before we can even get through the door, it already has multiple offers, or may already have an accepted offer before we can even schedule a showing. So we're definitely seeing shorter marketing times, and that's what we're seeing out in the field, because as real estate agents and real estate brokers, we're out in the field every day. So this certainly reflects what we're seeing in the field, and the report certainly reflects that. So shorter marketing times, less than a month for marketing times overall in the Metro Milwaukee area. All right, let's take a look at the money numbers. In terms of the median sales price for the month of July, the median sales price for the Metro Milwaukee area was $238,000. That was up 3.5%, according as compared to the same time a year ago. If we look at construction type for overall existing home sales, the median sales price was $220,000, and for new construction, the median sales price was $404,000, which that was an increase of 5% compared to the same time last year. For condominiums, the median sales price for existing condos home sales was $175,000. That was up 8%. And for new construction condos, the median sales price was $354,000, and that was an increase of about 2%. Now, with the increase in prices, what do you think that means for the housing affordability index? Well, it obviously rose to 135, or a 3.6% increase, meaning that prices are going up. So affordability index is going up as home prices are on the rise. So what do we have for inventory? Well, according to the report, we had an increase of 21%, 21.8%, with 4,847 homes on the market for sale in July. So the month supply of inventory was at 3.4 months of housing supply, or available homes on the market. That means it would take a little over 3 months to sell everything that was currently available or on the market. And that was actually up 36% compared to the same time last year. Now, this is still low because in a normal market, we should have about double or twice the amount. So this is still low, but it was up compared to the same time last year. Okay, so that gives us a snapshot of what the local market looks like for the four-county Milwaukee metro area. Let's take a look briefly at the state level and see what's going on in the Wisconsin region. See if that's any different than the local areas. So according to the WRA, which stands for Wisconsin Realtors Association, the market report for the month of June, because the July report hasn't come out yet, but for the month of June, the median sales price rose to over 10% to $215,000. And according to the WRA president and CEO, Michael Thiel, quote, price appreciation has been consistent, unquote. And this is again taken from the WRA home sales report as of July 22nd, 2019. Now, I read through the report, through this report, and what's interesting to me in this report is that according to Jean Stefaniak, who is the WRA chairperson currently, the metro counties with populations of 50,000 or more had about 4 months of housing inventory, whereas the smaller, more rural counties of less than 50,000 or perhaps less than 10,000 in population had twice the amount of housing inventory or over 8 months of housing inventory, which would make those areas considered a buyer's market. I thought that was kind of interesting. I don't know about you, but I thought that was quite interesting because, you know, we always say in this industry, real estate is all about location, right? Location, location, location. So, you know, I just thought it was an interesting little tidbit of information from the WRA home sales report. And I just thought I would share that with you, drop that off to you for free. So now getting back to the Milwaukee metro stats, you know, we're seeing the consistent home price appreciation levels where prices are going up. We're seeing continued low levels of housing inventory, about 3 months of inventory. That's about half of what we would see in a normal market. So given these ingredients, do you think it makes for a seller's market? What do you think? Are we in a seller's market? Yes? No? Well, if you said yes, then you're absolutely right. We are definitely in a seller's market. And quite honestly, I've never been in a seller's market before as a real estate professional and realtor. And in my real estate career, I've never been in a seller's market. So when I joined the industry, you know, it was a buyer's market right after the housing market crash of 2008, 2009. That's when the big housing bubble burst, and then we saw significant price drops. You know, everyone lost money in real estate. Everyone, you know, the property values went down. Foreclosures were just off the chain. Foreclosures were rampant. The foreclosure rates skyrocketed. The nation went into a recession. Many big banks failed and sought government bailouts. It was a very difficult, hard time for many of us. But you know, fast forward 10 years later, the road to economic recovery was long and hard. But hey, we made it through, right? You know, we're here. We're survivors. We're strong. We're still standing. So, and here we are in a seller's market. But so for me, you know, this is my first time in my real estate career being in a seller's market, and it's very, you know, it's very interesting. You know, real estate is a lot of fun for me. I love what I do. I do this 24/7, 365, and so it's always interesting for me. But this is, you know, my first time being in a seller's market. So, of course, if you are a seller, it's a very good time, or it should be a very good time for you if the property is priced right and it shows well. However, on the other hand, if you are a buyer in a seller's market, then there could be some challenges with the low levels of inventory and the obvious bidding wars that we're seeing. Certain properties are in higher demand than others, and we're seeing, you know, offers that are being written sight unseen on day one of the listing or the property coming onto the market. We're seeing multiple offers, day one, day two. We're seeing bidding wars, bidding above the asking price, offers with no concessions, no contingencies. these are some of the things that we're seeing and we're witnessing in this market. So if you're a buyer in this market, in a seller's market, I will tell you this: you better bring your A game to the table. Be prepared to bid at or above asking price. You should definitely have a valid pre-approval or proof of funds or verification of funds document to be presented with the offer. Sellers aren't going to, more than likely, they don't want to see offers without pre-approval or proof of funds. They want to know that you're serious. Don't play around with the terms and conditions. Don't lowball the sellers. This is not the time to be insulting to the sellers. This is not the time or the market to do that. They will have many solid, strong competing offers to review, and they will select the highest and best offer. I represent sellers and buyers, so I have an opportunity to sit on both sides of the equation, and so I know kind of what's going on in both areas. So this is definitely not the time to lowball the offer with price terms or even with earnest money price. Back in the day, we would write offers with low earnest money amounts. Especially with first-time buyers who may not always have the financial capacity to provide a higher earnest money amount. And in that case, we look at each offer case-by-case situation. But when you're in a highly competitive situation in a tight market, you just don't want to lowball the offer. You want to have a very, very strong offer. And you don't want to insult the sellers or come with a lowball offer or earnest money. So again, tighten up the offer, tighten up your game, come with a strong offer. You want to maximize your options in trying to secure the property. And so if you want more advice on this, I'm happy to provide more advice offline or in a private consultation. And I'd be happy to provide an individual or customized consultation and advice. And as always, I'm happy to offer representation as a buyer's agent. So I think we've answered the question that yes, it is a seller's market. We definitely have low inventory levels. We have price appreciation. Prices are going up. And there's not enough inventory to meet the current buyer demand. All ingredients that make for a seller's market. So as we wrap up and come to a close, I want to thank you again for tuning in. And once again, I always like to cite the sources of the information for those inquiring minds that want to know. The data was derived from the Metro MLS July 2019 market reports and also from the WRA Wisconsin Realtors Association home sales report. I trust that you found this information to be useful and of value. And as always, I'm available to answer questions you might have about this topic or any other topic of interest. It's important that we educate and empower our audience to help you make an informed, educated decision concerning your real estate transaction, because the real estate is the largest investment you'll ever make. So it's important that you have information, resources, and tools at your fingertips. And we are delighted and honored to be your partner in that transaction and in that real estate journey. It's always a pleasure and honor to serve in this capacity. And if you have any questions, if you'd like to, any questions or feedback, or if you'd like to discuss anything further, feel free to give us a call. Our toll-free number is 844-777-7725. Again, that toll-free number, 844-777-7725, or you can shoot us an email to info@midexec.com. Again, info@midexec.com, or check out our website, midwestexecutiverealty.com. Again, that's midwestexecutiverealty.com. Thank you so much, and I look forward to talking to you again real soon. Make it a great day. Bye for now.